Hello and welcome to Lifetime in Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
Sarah Reed.
I am Drew Current.
Yay!
Yay!
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Lifetime in Court. Starting off our Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Valentine's Day Hallmark movies. You know, if you asked me last year if I would ever watch a Hallmark movie that wasn't a Christmas Hallmark movie, I would have said, hell no.
Hell no.
No way.
But then the drawl of the Valentine's Day just sucked me
you
in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
It's true. It's true. So today we are covering My Secret Valentine, starring Lacey Chabert. That's a number one reason why I wanted to watch this.
Yes.
And my number two reason, Andrew Walker. So dreamy.
Cutie.
Very dreamy.
You wouldn't know Andrew Walker, Drew, because he was in a Christmas Hallmark or a Christmas Lifetime movie this year, not a Hallmark Lifetime movie.
Oh, okay.
But
so
in the past, he has done Hallmark movies. In fact, I was reading an interview today about him, and when they get notified like a week before filming because he's a Canadian actor. So you're going to be filming. This is the location. These are the dates. This is the director. Everything was similar to a Hallmark movie. So he thought he was filming a Hallmark movie. Mm-hmm. And then when he got to set and he was talking with the director's like, no, this is actually for Lifetime. And he's like, okay, well, everything's the same, so it doesn't really matter.
It's like, I don't.
He's like, it was the exact same experience.
He's like, I don't care.
It was
I don't
just
care,
for a
actually.
Lifetime movie. So yeah. But that movie was actually really good.
What
I'm trying
was
to.
it?
I forgot what it was called.
Did we watch it?
Wait,
We did watch it.
It was a Christmas movie?
Yeah, I think it was the one where he was like the mall owner.
Snowed
Oh,
in
yeah.
Christmas?
Snowed in Christmas.
Was that it?
I loved it. Yes, that's the one he was
Yeah.
in. He was like it was a similar story, actually.
Yeah, they're all very similar. But yeah, he's great. He
is great.
He's like Drew. Like if I was looking for,
He's been in some like horror movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to see any of those.
Yeah,
I think he is the most adorable.
He's very, very cute and
Yeah.
like very charming. Mm-hmm. Just like seems like a fun guy.
Oh, and a Western. Oh, good for him. He's just all over the place.
Yeah.
I like him.
Watch that. Yeah.
I think he just does whatever. Like he doesn't care.
He's like, whatever, man.
Like,
I get paid
I'm
money.
living in
you know?
Toronto.
He's like, I'm
doing my
handsome.
thing.
I'm handsome and I get to like.
And he was like, I get to be in a Lacey Chabert movie that people are going to want to watch.
Doing
Yes.
it. Yeah.
I'm all about that because he has been like second string Hallmark. Like Lacey Chabert is probably the first A-list Hallmark A-list. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Oh, very, yeah.
Hallmark A-list. No, everywhere else D-list.
D?
Lacey Chabert.
I wouldn't say D.
C-list?
Well,
C.
yeah, C. I mean, because she was in Mean Girls, right?
Yeah.
That counts as like a real movie.
And Party of Five for a long time.
Yeah, Party of Five.
Okay.
Okay, so she's
fine,
C.
fine.
Give her a C.
Give her a
I'll
C.
give her a C for Chabert.
If Kathy,
Christ's sake, give
what's
her
her
a C.
face? Kathy Gifford is D. Then she gets to be
Griffin.
C. Whatever.
We don't even need to get into Kathy Griffin because I have so many thoughts about her. But yes, so Drew, would you do us the honor of
Yeah, I
reading the
will.
synopsis
I
for
will
this
do
movie?
Chloe is upset her dad might sell their winery and stress snacks with a cute guy who turns out to be Seth, the wine rep. They spar until she goes to the cabin, run down since her mom died. There she finds a note offering help from Handyman and she thanks him, signing in need of repairs. Meanwhile, this gets real.
I mean,
this synopsis is terrible.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And provided by Hallmark.
Meanwhile, Seth tries to win her over, but it's Handyman she's crushing on. So she asks that they meet. Walking into the tavern together, Seth and Chloe have no clue they're meeting each other until he figures it out, keeping her entertained when Handyman fails to show.
Yeah.
The day of the festival, What festival?
Valentine's Day Festival.
Oh, okay.
Well, the first time it's being mentioned in the synopsis.
Yep, there's thing. Chloe and Seth win a contest and seal their victory with a kiss, but their joy is short-lived when her dad admits he's decided to sell. Racing to the cabin to talk to Handyman, Chloe sees the torn contract and realizes Seth was her secret crush all along. Spoiler!
Yeah.
I know the movie now. And
Yeah.
even like a detailed, like how she finds it.
Was there nicknames really necessary to list in the synopsis?
This is literally on the Hallmark
Yeah.
website. It's like, watch this tonight. And then I just like copy and paste it and say via Hallmark. And I put it on the blog.
We don't even need to talk about it
I know.
at this point.
All right.
Cool, we're good.
Thank you for
So
listening
do we
to
have
Lifetime
do we have
Uncool. We'd love to hear from you.
But wait,
if
you
an
don't
idea.
know if they get together or not.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll keep going.
Yeah, those synopses are ridiculous.
Oh,
I
boy.
mean, come on. That was everything.
That was everything. And I didn't really know it was going to be everything, or I wouldn't have had Drew read it. I just thought it was really long for no reason.
Well, I think this is good
You
for
didn't actually
notes
read it?
then. It's good for just like notes. You didn't
Yeah.
even have to take notes on this.
So,
you just
yeah.
go through
Sure.
the...
No,
I
we
didn't
didn't.
need to take notes, but we did.
We did.
We did, and we drank a lot of wine for this.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I didn't drink wine because I burned my hand right before this, and I was very upset about it.
Oh my God. He had like a serious like crock pot, Instapot
Uh-oh.
breakdown. Remember I told you we burnt the chili? We burned the chili severely,
Yes.
and Pat had a whole thing.
I had to mix it up, and then I burnt my fingers, and then I was like typing, but like really slow. So I was like, "Sarah, can we pause? I can't."
I only have one hand.
I'm only typing with one hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. But you guys, I did it for the listeners.
Yeah.
So listeners, you're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
You're welcome, everyone.
So yeah, so Lacey Chabert, jumping right in, we all aren't spoiled because we've all seen the movie. Why are you listening to this podcast if you haven't seen the movie?
Yeah.
Right. So Lacey Chabert, Chloe, but I call her Lacey Chabert throughout my whole thing because I can't
Yeah.
call her
that's-
Chloe.
No, that's correct.
She is, getting a phone call, and it's her dad, and he's like, "You need to come home." She's like, "But why?" He won't tell her.
Mhm.
And she talks to her boss, her person of color boss, by the way, because Hallmark is trying to get those people of color in.
Almost.
In
They're
there.
almost getting there.
They're trying.
They're trying.
But really,
Bless-
the boss
bless their
had
hearts.
no purpose in this movie other to
No. So Lacey Chabert is a general manager of a restaurant in Portland, in the big city.
Yes.
But her dad owns this winery out in wherever the wineries are in Portland.
Temecula.
I think it's like Wilmette County or something. But maybe I'm just saying we met because of that guy
Jason,
you
we
know.
met. Hey, Jason, we met.
I think it's like Wilmette
Doesn't listen
County
to the
or
podcast.
something.
Okay. Yeah. So but her boss is like,
Yeah.
So I'm starting up a new restaurant, and I really want you to be the manager there. And Lacey's like, that's really nice, but like, I want to be a part owner, or like, I want to move up, and I don't want
Yeah.
to do like a lateral move. I want to.
I've done what I have.
Yeah.
What I have to do here.
I want to move up. So let me think about it. I'm gonna go home to my dad, and I'll think it over.
Hear his news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it some time.
So she gets in her blue Toyota Corolla
Yep.
and just is driving to the winery.
And it takes her like a half hour to get there. It doesn't even seem like it's an adventure, but she's like, I haven't been home in so long.
Yeah, she hasn't been home in years.
And
In
it like
years, and
takes her a
she's-
an afternoon to get there.
Yeah.
And she hasn't been home in that long. Oh, P.S. Mom dead.
Oh,
Dead mom.
well, yeah.
We knew that from the synopsis.
Yeah.
Oh, we did? Was it in there?
It was. Her dead mom's cabin. So
There was so much in there, I forgot.
He goes, yeah.
Yeah,
Since her mom died.
basically. So we then see Seth, who is Andrew Walker, and I'll just call him Seth because Andrew Walker's not a C-list celebrity. He's a D-list celebrity. If that. So he works for this wine company. And his person of color boss, there's two POC bosses. She was like Latina.
Yeah, she was something. Okay.
Sarah's like,
She was something.
I mean, she had brown hair for sure.
Well, that's
and Hallmark's.
That's
in
Hallmark.
Hallmark's book.
yeah, that's Hallmark's
That
people
is.
of color.
Yes.
That's POC for Hallmark.
So they are trying to upgrade their image, and this is where we get. Oh no, this isn't the part, but basically they're implying that boxed wine is trash.
Oh my God. We were so offended.
I almost threw my TV out the window. Like, don't talk bad about. I'm drinking boxed wine right now on this podcast every day.
Dude,
Every day.
and everyone who
Black Box
watches
Black Box
these-
wine has 50 gold medals. It's on the box.
Black
Yeah.
box wine is legit wine.
Yeah, they call out boxed wine several times.
Several times, but so they're upgrading their image because they made boxed wine cool. That's what their claim to fame is. This
okay.
wine company that he works for, and now they want an upscale winery. So they're trying to recruit this Grange family wines to be that for them. That will be the upscale.
Yeah.
So like, but to the Grange family wine, they'd be selling out. It's essentially the problem here.
And so
Yes.
they're just like,
Because the Grange family wine's been in their family for 60 years.
yeah.
You know, that type of thing.
So Seth volunteers to turn it over, and he's the sales rep for it. He can get the deal done in 3 days. Whoa, wait, make it 2 days.
Because he's going to be VP.
He's going to be VP. He's a cocky dude.
Okay. Sure.
A
Does he say
cocky
that?
dude.
Does he's like, I'm going to do it in 2?
Yeah,
he does. And you
and
know,
we're like, do it. Do it, Seth.
Do it, Seth.
yeah,
I bet
Seth,
you can.
do it, Seth.
I bet you can, you hunk of a man.
So fine.
Love it.
So we're back at the winery, and Lacey runs into her Canadian redheaded best friend. Didn't write her name down. I just wrote redheaded Canadian best friend.
I liked her, though.
Me too.
She's the manager at the winery.
Yeah, so she's taken
Okay.
over the manager position because the dad's getting too old and the mom died. So she's kind of running the show and filling Lacey in on all the stuff that has happened, Chloe. Oh, there's a cabin that the mom really liked, and they're putting it on like an Airbnb type of service.
Right.
So they're starting to rent it out,
Okay.
and it's like the first time they're renting it out. So Lacey goes to check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, because the friend was like, oh, I got to go to the cabin. Will you run my thing? And she was like, actually, Lacey says, no, I'm going to go to the cabin because I missed the cabin. Haven't been there in over a year because I'm a shitty person and I haven't come home to see my dad since my mom died.
Right.
Oh, okay.
My mom died, so then I just stopped coming home. And by the way, Lacey goes to the cabin a lot periodically throughout this movie for no reason other than I just want to go see the cabin.
Yeah.
It's not like she's doing anything or she has any. And there's someone staying in the cabin, someone's renting the Airbnb, right? So she's just like, hello, every time she comes in. Hello, is anyone here? Hi. So they get to the cabin and there's a chalkboard. And so does she write a message now? Oh yeah, she does. She's writes a welcome, oh, welcome to the cabin. It might be run down, but it has a lot of good memories, and I hope it gives you good memories. New person renting the place.
Whoever is renting the
Yes.
place. Yeah, all right.
So we're getting a little the lake house thing happening here
Oh, God, I love that movie.
with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves, where
Did you ever see that?
they're leaving
I did.
notes.
Yeah, I did.
In the mailbox.
But in the future or
Yes.
something?
Yes.
It was a time dilation of...
Who knew? Who saw that coming?
What a twist.
What a twist. But that's what it was about, and that's what they said it was about, though, before I saw the movie.
So was that a
it was
Hallmark
not
movie,
a twist.
Was that literally
No,
a
that was-
Hallmark
No, that
movie?
was a
That was a
movie.
real movie that
No, I
we
know.
saw.
I
in
know
the
it
theater.
was, but did you see that twist coming?
No, I never see twists coming. So
No, it wasn't a twist. That was the synopsis of the film.
No.
When I saw it.
No.
So you're saying there
You knew the whole time he was
that
in the
movie
future?
companies
Yes.
like Hallmark, they spoil their movies before they watch them?
Yes.
No.
That one was oh, I didn't think it was a twist. I thought it was oh, well, it was well known.
No.
That's
not
what.
to us. We saw
had
that
no
together.
idea.
We were like, "What?
Huh.
Sandra!
Run to him and make it into time.
there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can't. No, you can't because it's in the future.
1997 is.
Sorry, yes.
not
I
now.
really sidetracked us on that. But now we need to rewatch that because
I love that Drew saw that movie, though.
I think
Yeah.
everyone did.
I see any Keanu Reeves movie. I'll watch
Did you see the
anything
commercial
Keanu.
with him on the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I love him.
It was great.
Squarespace.
Actually, I liked it.
Well, great. So
Yeah. So
So
Actually,
in honor,
can I just interrupt? So
Yes.
you know the redhead that you guys, because I had this feeling.
Oh, you're gonna
she's
look
cute,
her up.
right?
Yeah, it's that. Remember? Okay, Christmas Next Door.
Yeah.
When we were talking about like who's the redhead that
Yes,
was
the girlfriend.
the girlfriend. And,
Yeah.
and she was like
It's the
way
same
better.
girl?
It's the same girl. It's that girl that I was giving props to, who I have a huge crush on now, Tara
Yeah.
Yelland.
Tara Yelland.
Tara Yelland.
And she has a great social media.
I mean,
Yeah.
that red hair.
that red hair is just
Yeah.
right there.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe it's not Hallmark having like the redheaded best friend trope. Maybe that actress is just so good she keeps getting that
she
role.
just keeps getting it.
But she should get the lead role. She's so
I
pretty.
think so too. That's the one when I was talking about it, I was like, well, she's way more attractive than
Yeah,
the main.
and she
yeah.
actually has real talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in this she was good too because she was like stressed about managing everything and she was like
She was super believable.
She is very grounded, very believable.
Yeah.
Tara
I
Yelland,
actually wanted
I'm
her
rooting
to
for you.
want to take. This is how I wanted this story to go. I wanted the best friend to actually be mad at Lacey for selling and then want to take over because
Yeah,
the
me
best
too.
friend had a husband.
Yep.
And I felt like they could take over the business
Because
and
they already know about the business.
Yeah.
They live in the town. It makes sense for them to run
That's
the
where
business.
I wanted this to go.
And then Lacey would go to the city with her man.
Yeah.
Done.
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 God,
Hallmark.
missed opportunity.
Stupid Hallmark.
Yeah. They're
So-
not taking advantage of your girlfriend.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Hallmark would never
Well,
have.
she's not my girlfriend yet.
Okay. Hallmark would never have the protagonist not stay in the hometown. It's like
Right.
they leave the big city to go to the hometown always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be very shocked if that happened in a Hallmark
but you
movie.
wanted that too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
So then in honor of Lacey's homecoming, her dad hosts a dinner where he promptly announces that he's retiring and selling the winery. He's like, welcome
Pretty
home,
abruptly.
welcome
Yeah.
home, daughter. I'm selling the winery. She's like,
and I don't want to talk about it.
she like has her wine glass in the air. She's like, what? What? Okay. Can we talk about this? So then they talk in the kitchen and he's like, I have a meeting with Strathmore. That's the big wine company.
Stratosphere.
Stratosphere.
Stress in the fashion.
Stratosphere, yes. Whatever. Strathmore sounds good too.
Strathmore. That sounds like a.
And Lacey's like not having it. She's like, I'm going to be in those meetings. I'm going to get this done. You're not selling. It's our family. So then she goes to the store to get snacks, which we mentioned in the synopsis, which was a very minor part to not
very
even.
minor.
thing. Like, and upset her dad might sell their winery. This is the first line of it. Chloe is upset her dad might sell their winery and stress snacks with a cute guy.
But they don't even do that.
Ridiculously inappropriate
'Cause they
to
go-
even include.
They go to this place, Drew. They go to the store. She's like buying something, and she can't reach the top shelf, so he gets something off for her, and he's like, "Oh, you're getting popcorn," and she's like stress snacking, and he's
Who
like,
buys a bag of popcorn?
"She does," and he's like, "I hungry snack," and they're like, "Ha ha ha ha," and then the lights turn off because the store is closing, and the person who's running it is very rude, and just turns off the lights on them before they even check out.
It was so stupid.
It was very weird. It was supposed to be like a cute thing.
It
but
was definitely like a dumb thing to even have in a movie, but for them to include it in the synopsis is like
very dumb.
What a weird
Ridiculous.
thing. Like, it's almost like whoever was writing this was like, just like kind of skimmed through the movie. It's like, and then she like stressed that. I don't know.
yes. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then this happened. I don't know. I'm done. I hate this shit.
Yeah, it's
I
like
want that job. Whoever has that job at Hallmark, I want that
that
job.
is like me if I didn't care.
Yeah, totally.
So Hallmark,
feel like you
hire
have a
me,
job
hire
there.
me at 40% off.
Hello, Hallmark.
Yeah,
Again,
40% off.
40%.
We've upped it a little bit.
Yeah,
40%.
I'm at 40%.
I think that's smart.
I'm
Yeah.
fine. I
You
know
guys
that.
shouldn't cut yourself short.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, you had 50% off Hallmark during Christmas, but now it's 40%.
40%.
And if we get
Valentine's
to St.
Day
Patrick's
special.
St. Patrick's Day, 30%.
30%, motherfuckers.
Do they do St. Patrick's Day movies?
They're doing 90 movies this year, guys.
Oh my
They have to do a St.
God.
Patrick's Day.
They're doing 90 movies
Movie.
this year. So, anyways, Lacey,
We're not doing all those, right?
No. We've already missed
Who's
like
got the time?
we've already missed like 9 of them because they did winter ones in
it's
January,
February
Drew,
5th.
and
Oh yeah, like
I
where's-
couldn't. I was like, no, it's too close to Christmas and it's winter
and it's
without.
not Christmas. Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
off.
I was
Yeah,
like,
they were
no.
just like
Yeah,
Christmas.
Those can fuck off.
My mom said one of them was cute though, so
Maybe we'll go back.
yeah. Anyway, so she goes to the meeting and realizes that her snack guy is the sales rep from Strathmore or Stratosphere.
Yeah.
Stratham.
Seth. So she's like, she gets like pretty sassy, right? And she's like, we're not selling this place and you can do whatever, but it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes to the cabin in a huff and she's like, huh. And she sees on the chalkboard, getting back to the lake house with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves.
Oh, a message.
A message is there, and it says, oh, I didn't write the message. I just
That
wrote.
was the first one, and we were like, "This
Oh
isn't
no!
important."
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
we were like-
It's probably in
No,
the
it's,
in the.
he does sign it, handyman smiley face, which I wrote in my notes because I was like, that's funny. But I didn't think it was going to become a thing. I thought they were just going to keep having like clashes and like fighting over the winery. But then I started transcribing the messages later because they do get ridiculous. So basically he's like, hey, I have a lot of time in this country with nothing to do because I'm from the big city. And if you need help with the repairs, just buy me supplies.
Yeah.
Love, handyman. Smiley face.
Oh, and so it's a guy. Oh, so it's supposed to be someone who's staying in the Airbnb.
Someone who's staying in the
cabin.
Airbnb
Okay.
who could help with the repairs.
And it's Seth. Okay, great.
Yes.
You know for sure it's Seth right out of the gate.
Oh,
You do.
Well, yeah.
So
You also do because they say it.
in
before.
the synopsis.
Apparently, Pat and I don't read those before we watch them.
I know.
Which we totally should.
No, I don't want to be spoiled. I want to just be surprised.
Yeah, just
All
be
right.
surprised.
Well, another surprise in this movie is one of my notes here at the beginning is it is not February in Oregon.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it is beautifully fall in Oregon right now.
So folly.
Yeah.
And you are just like amazed by the scenery of the leaves and the beauty of Oregon
Well, is the sun out ever?
All the time.
every day.
Then it's
Gorgeous sun.
absolutely not.
It makes you want to go to Oregon in February.
Yeah, right? You're like, geez, it
And
must
then-
be so nice there. In
And then
February.
you go and be like, wow, the sun doesn't come out for 3 months. I'm gonna kill myself now.
Yeah, that
I'm
must
gonna
be
kill
sad for
myself.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So next we get handyman coming home, Seth, and he sees like in pretty cursive handwriting, "You're my hero, handyman," and she leaves him like tools to fix the stuff.
Literally a toolbox.
Yeah, like a red toolbox.
Here's a toolbox.
Hey, here's a toolbox.
Hey, here's a toolbox.
Hey, get the wrench.
Hey,
and,
fix this shit up, Peg. Come on, I'm from the big city, Portland.
Okay.
Fix it.
Yes.
I'm from Portland. Get out of my way. Huh? I'm walking here. I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Yes. Yep.
No. Seth's from New York.
Oh yeah, he is from New York.
He's
for some.
from like the real big city.
Oh, he's from a real big city.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel
And
bad.
she
Now I
knows
was just
his
making fun of
fast talking
New York.
way.
Yeah, she's not having it. So Seth makes a sales pitch to Lacey and her redheaded friend, and she's still not having it. And she's like, "Okay, no, it's not happening." She's like
Even
really
though he
rude this time.
says, I will up your sales. I will pay your people more. I will give them better benefits.
And keep everyone on
yeah,
your staff.
like, Lacey, have you offered a better suggestion at this point in the movie? The answer is no. You've just said, Dad, don't retire, you old man who has nothing anymore.
the winery is so
Don't you dare
sentimental, yeah.
retire. This is sentimental to me. I don't want you to retire, but I have no other suggestion other than don't sell to this guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
It's so
That
annoying.
sounds like this sounds like this is just we're just getting back into it.
Yeah.
Getting back into the Hallmark
But
world.
it's like, girl, if your dad told you he was selling the business, or your dad told you guys,
yeah.
I'm selling the business, wouldn't your first suggestion be,
What's my cut?
Yep.
What's my cut?
Cool.
or maybe I'll buy it, or maybe I'll run it.
Yeah. Like, or since I'm selling, I'll be like, well, then if I give a shit enough about it, I will try. How do I buy it from you, Pops?
Exactly.
Right.
Not a
Probably
word
not.
about it.
I'll be like, good for you, Pops. That stresses you out, and you're
Yeah.
a nightmare when you're stressed out. I don't.
You
Good.
deserve to retire, Dad.
Get rid of it. This guy's cool. He's not going
Yeah.
to fire anyone.
Not a word. Nothing.
So
So annoying.
after the pitch, Lacey goes off again. She's mad, and then Seth gets a call from his POC boss, and she is literally Drew on the elliptical.
Hardcore pumping
Hardcore
those
elliptical
arms.
and having a FaceTime chat, because all these phone calls are FaceTimes.
Yeah.
Pat, I thought Pat was going to fall out of his couch.
I was like, is this me? Do I have a work elliptical?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It looked exactly like him.
It looked
actually.
just like my elliptical. Which
She's like, just get it. Just handle it. Just get it done.
She's like, I thought you said 3 days. I thought
Yeah.
you said 2 days.
it's been 24 hours. Did you make the deal?
Did you make a huge deal?
And he's like, no, I haven't made the deal. And why are you on an elliptical?
Does he say that?
No.
No, but he should have.
Oh, that would have been great.
No, he says, I'm looking for Wi-Fi. I can't find the Wi-Fi. I'm out in the country.
Yes. So Seth is like, all right, I have to step it up. My boss is putting the heat on me and on herself with the elliptical. And he's like, I'm going to learn everything about the business. So he starts working from the ground up. He goes to the grape picking place and he starts picking the grapes with the
Pruning.
Mexicans.
Sweet.
Just kidding. Hallmark doesn't
Nope.
have any Mexicans.
They were
picking
white.
grapes. All white people picking grapes, which we know to be factually incorrect. And apparently grapes are sour for wine. Do you know about winemaking, Drew? Why they would be sour?
A little bit. Yeah, well, grapes that you would do for like a vineyard.
Yeah.
They're not like the normal
Store
sweet grapes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are sweet in a way, but they're more bitter.
It was
'cause
like a very inside baseball joke that me and Sarah were like, why are the grapes sour? Like,
No, I tried to explain it to him. I knew that.
She didn't know.
I
No, maybe I just didn't know and I projected that on her. But and I burned my hand, so whatever she was saying,
he
I was
wasn't
like,
listening.
like,
to
I don't
any-
care.
He was
Like,
mad about the crock pot incident.
I don't care.
Oh, this is us.
spoiler.
But some wine, like not all grapes for wine are.
But Lacey found
Sour.
it very amusing that he was eating the sour grapes. So she was like, giggle, giggle, giggle.
They're not store grapes, you dumbass.
Yeah, you dummy.
You stupid piece of shit.
But then he,
It's essentially how mean she was
Yeah.
to him, though.
not kidding, she was so mean to him the whole
Yeah.
movie. So then he's like stacking boxes and she's like, ugh, stop working everything. And then he is driving the tractor with her dad and she's like getting very jealous that he is
Yeah,
like,
actually, she was more jealous than she was angry.
yeah, she's like, he's doing everything with my dad. He's running the business. Blah, blah.
It's like, girl, you haven't been home in a year.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, fuck up. Fuck
Stop
you.
writing on your chalkboard and talk to your dad.
Yeah.
So there's a leak in the cabin, and Lacey has to go to the cabin to let the repairman in, and she sees another note on the chalkboard.
Oh.
And I wrote it down because I realized this chalkboard was important.
Yeah, it's very important.
The title's My Secret Valentine. I guess I should have. It was just so obvious that it was him.
Yeah.
You know,
Based
it
on
wasn't,
the synopsis?
it wasn't a secret. It wasn't like the one we saw for Christmas, the Secret Santa one, where it was like they were like typing those terrible emails to each other.
Oh, right. And it was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun because it was like we were in on it, but they weren't in on it. It's like she should have known. You're running an Airbnb. There's one person from out of town other than you.
Yeah.
Of course he's in the fucking place.
And the idea that the best friend, the very adorable redheaded best friend, couldn't figure out who it was,
Yeah, she
was
like-
even more annoying.
Later, she tries to like look on the Airbnb website, and she's like, "It doesn't have a name listed. There's a phone number. We can call it, but whatever."
It doesn't
Yeah.
have a name.
Yeah,
Oh.
Like, how do you not know who's staying in your home?
You would know.
Yeah.
You would know.
No, the writers don't.
So, anyways,
So what did that
Airbnb.
message
they
say?
don't do Airbnb. They only stay at Canada, Toronto, Marriott's
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
What's a Canada?
Marriott.
A Marriott?
Canada.
What's a Canada hotel?
I stayed at the Trump Hotel in Toronto, which I'm not proud of.
I'll
And
tell you-
every time I told my cabbie where I was going, they went, "Really?
Ew.
Really?" And I
So
was like,
even Canadians,
don't know.
why is
yeah,
there?
I hate myself.
Oh,
I mean, whatever. He didn't build it. Look, but I'm
His
saying that
name's
he.
just on it.
So in Canada or in Canada,
Yeah.
Is
Wait.
what I like to call it. There is they have exactly everything that we have,
Yeah.
except for like a few little food places that we don't. But that's it.
Oh,
Canada's not. It's
Not that
not.
different.
It's not a foreign country.
So they have.
It's the
But
same country.
it is a fun place to visit because they have such, like, it's like going to like Koreatown in New York. Like, it's actually like
so they sell like
super-
purses out of trucks.
Yeah. The basically whole.
Okay.
So
Great, and I can get chopsticks like $4 for $2.
it's different enough to be annoying as hell, but not different enough to be considered another country. So
Got it.
But guys, in the immigration world, it is very much another country.
Okay.
oh yeah,
I
totally.
need you to
No.
note that.
Yeah, no,
Well,
totally. I
work
get it.
on
I
getting
get it.
our visas because we're taking this podcast on the road next
We're gonna
next
take it on the
Christmas. We're gonna do a Christmas tour, and we're just gonna like
The
go.
idea that we would go to Canada with this is such like
Genius.
That's amazing.
We'll
It
just
would be
we'll just
great.
get all the actors on and just be like, so you guys know these movies are stupid, right? Like,
And they'd be like, oh yeah,
We'll have to pick the right one.
well, I would have to say it in a
we'll
different
get your
way.
redheaded girl.
Yeah, we'll get her.
That's my girl.
And we'll be like, look, you're really good. Why, Jessica Chastain? Who cares about her?
cares about her?
Let's get you in those redheaded roles.
Tara.
Amy Adams. Who?
What are you doing?
Yeah, let's go,
Tara?
Tara.
Tara.
So
What are you doing?
back to the movie.
Yeah, back.
Back to the
I
chalkboard.
could talk about Canada all day.
So Lacey leaves a note, and it says, "There's something comforting about a creaky house. It's like you're never alone."
That's creepy.
Oh wait, no, that's what he writes.
Either way.
But wait,
All these chalkboard messages, it was just
they're
like,
stupid. Because she's like,
dear Lord,
Oh,
no
this
one
is-
would
this-
say this to another person.
This
that they
goes with
didn't know.
this goes with a one little twist
yes,
at all, and it's a horror movie.
correct. So she leaves a message for him. Well, and that's weird, Sarah, because you hate horror movies, but you could watch a Hallmark movie. But they're basically the same.
It's one little different. It's like
One slight
tiny little
thing.
difference,
But
and
I
then
guess-
now it's a horror movie.
I know no one's gonna die in
Yeah,
this
that's
one,
true.
so
That's
I'm
Except
okay.
for all the parents.
But that
For
already
no reason that we're never gonna hear about.
No.
But it
Yeah, 'cause-
already happened.
Spoiler alert: Seth's dad died when he was 15.
Of course
Yes.
he did.
So he
would've
leaves
called
that message for Lacey, and Lacey says, "Any chance you know how to make a sentimental cuckoo clock cuckoo again?"
This is literally a message she sends to him on a chalkboard.
Let me say that again for you, Drew, because your
Uh-huh.
face is like, huh?
Yep. Yeah. Try that.
Any
again.
chance you know how to make a sentimental cuckoo clock cuckoo again?
Pat
I
had to ask
get
me
it.
how to spell cuckoo.
How do you spell cuckoo?
Well, I would say COOCOO.
No, actually,
No,
that's how
right.
I spelled it too.
I spelled it like KOOHK. I'm like, it must be something fancy.
be something
A cuckoo
weird.
clock couldn't just be cuckoo.
Before that, he asked me how to spell stratosphere, but I guess he didn't write it right.
Strathmore.
Strathmore. You're like, how do you spell it? Strathmore. Got it. I don't care.
So the next
shut up. I
day,
get it. I got the rest.
Lacey and Seth go on deliveries together. So all these messages are happening and whatever. But they go on deliveries because he's trying to learn about the business. So, so this is where it gets a little interesting, Drew, because
Yeah.
Seth is like going with her to deliver these like cases and stuff, like of wine, but she has to like convince the restaurants or convince the whoever she's bringing it to like buy them. So they're not like deliveries of
Like,
people
not
who
just
bought
buy
them.
a couple, buy a case or two.
Yeah,
And sell
upsell.
them at the
They're-
winery.
They're upselling, I guess.
So they're already buying them from them.
I guess
Most
Are
of
they
them,
going
yes.
on like a sales run?
pretty much. I mean,
Well, they make it seem that way, yeah. I think most of the places they're going, it's just a delivery, but some of them, so the one place in particular, she's like, he likes me, he's going to buy it from me. And she's like giving herself a pep talk, and he's like, what are you doing? She's like, this place has never bought a bottle of wine, and I have to sell him. And she just walks in, and she's like, you stay here.
but
And
then
Oh,
he goes in,
yeah.
and he's
I
like,
get it. Yep.
Yep, let's do
Let me
it,
do it.
Pat.
"Howdy, y'all! Y'all gonna buy this wine? This wine's the best wine. I have 13 cases on my ranch." Something like that.
Yeah, he's like, it's from the Bordeaux region of France and this and that.
Parlez-vous, Francais?
Yeah, and the dude believes him.
Yeah, Andrew Walker is doing his best American country accent, which
He's
he calls
pretending
a
he's
Texas accent. Not
Which I believe.
No.
Hey, Texas people talk that way.
only a Canadian would say a Texas accent.
Yeah.
Americans say a country accent.
Or a southern accent.
Yes.
Southern, yeah.
You don't say a Texas accent.
But you could tell he was from Texas.
Well, fine. But he was like
From a southerner.
it works. And the guy buys 2 cases of wine, and Lacey's like thrilled. And he's like, I'm just trying to help you sell these wines and, show that I'm a good person. And she's like, fine.
She hugs him.
They hug, and then they go to the lake shore, or the shore, the
This
ocean
part
shore.
was pretty weird.
And it was like very romantic. Again, asking about the sun. It was a beautiful sunset.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen in February in Oregon.
Beautiful
No,
sunset.
they barely had a coat on.
They had no
Yeah.
coats on. They were eating cheese in their little truck, which is like a really weird truck.
Yeah.
And it was like very romantic. And they were talking, and he was like talking about his dad who died. And
because that was his story. He was like, his parents got divorced, and the mom lived in the city, and his dad still lived in the country in New York. So that's how he got his country boy, like hard
how he
working,
got it.
blue collar type
Yeah.
of vibe.
Yeah.
Yep.
yes, but then he became a city boy, and then like worked in the city and got this job, and
And he was like, success is all that matters.
yes. So
Yeah.
they like have like a romantic moment, but she's like feeling weird about it, and she's like, we better go back to
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where are you staying again? But no.
But he never says.
He never says. She didn't really ask.
She doesn't.
But I'm
Still,
like,
the cabin thing is not confirmed.
not going.
Where are you saying? Because I'm having I was feeling that
You could drop me off, but maybe
Or take.
it would come up. You know what I'm saying?
it would absolutely come up. No, it's fine.
And why would he ever stay at an Airbnb in a town like that?
Right. Maybe there's no hotel. So then we get
It's a wine town.
Now we're to the montage, Drew. We get
But wait, we have to remind our viewers
yes.
that what we're leading up to is the big Valentine's Day wine festival in the town.
True.
The
Oh,
biggest
okay.
thing to
We
hit
didn't.
the
We
town
didn't even
every
touch
year.
on that because
Well, they
it's
mentioned
barely
it.
important.
They're like, the day of the festival.
it's the Valentine's Day festival where the winery is there. They have a booth, and it's like a traditional booth that the mom has set up for years and years. But since she died, no one's running it, so Lacey's gonna run it.
Oh,
And
okay.
recreate it like
the
the first
original.
time.
Great.
So we get a
That's gonna be
chalkboard writing montage, and he says, "Your bill's racking up." She says, "Does your handyman experience cover advice for dealing with a jerk from work?" That's Seth. Then he says, "I find the best jerk repellent is doing the unexpected and fighting back with a smile. Smiley face. A jerk is only a jerk if you let them get to you." She says, "I smiled until my cheeks hurt." End of montage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. All right.
Yeah.
That part.
They have a lot of. Hallmark's got a lot of growing up to do.
Right? And
They got a lot of growing up
the
to do.
male,
with
the male smiley faces. The man putting the smiley faces. Not to be genderist, but I would never ever draw a smile. And it was like
Yeah.
do little circle.
Yeah.
Like just the
And I literally-
smiliest face.
I always put a smiley face on something.
But do you draw the face around it?
no, just
No.
the eyes and the mouth.
Right. I don't know. It was weird. So then this is where the redheaded friend comes back, and she's like, well, let's check out the Airbnb that we were talking about earlier. They can't find out who he is, but Lacey's like, let's meet in real life. And I'm just going to
She
meet
writes
you.
this on the chalkboard.
You learn this from the synopsis, but they go together to a restaurant, and he figures out that she's the person he's supposed to be meeting, but she doesn't catch on.
She doesn't catch on because she's
So-
a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Yep,
But
that's why.
he kind of like makes it was like a really cute moment because
Yeah,
she thinks she's been stood up, right?
which is sad.
Yeah.
So she's kind of upset about it, but he's like, could it be that guy? And it's like obviously not the guy. It's like the guy, like old man, like eating soup, and
Yeah.
she's like, ha, ha,
All
no,
the
that's not
like
him.
terrible men in the bar.
Yeah, and he's like, don't feel bad, like it's fine, like like he goes out of his way to make her feel better, but really he should have just been like, it was me.
It's like, no, it's,
Yeah.
it was me, right? Like
Yes.
you know that it was me.
Uh-huh.
Like we're not gonna do this anymore, right?
But no,
but
he
no,
says nothing.
he keeps it going.
But during
Okay.
their banter in that little session, because I was like, I'm done with this movie. I am over it.
Yeah,
this
Sarah was done.
chalkboard shit is done. And then they sit down together at the bar, and he like,
they had great chemistry.
yeah, they do. They actually had great chemistry, and you actually begin to think she might be a good actress again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little bit adorable.
She's
Yeah.
good when she wants to
And
be.
it was like, okay, I'm in it to win it again.
yeah.
I want them to find love.
I want it to happen.
Yeah.
So then Seth gets another call from his POC boss,
Mm-hmm.
and she is off the elliptical this time, but she is angry. She is very mad because it's been 2 days, and he said he was going to close it in 2 days, and he hasn't.
He lied.
Oh.
He lied, and his VP promotion is looking pretty sketchy at this point.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So she's like, maybe I'll reconsider that offer, and I'm not having it anymore.
And he was like, well, she's been harder to sell than I thought. And the boss is like, she? And he's like, I mean, they.
Yeah. So the boss knows.
It's like dramatic.
The boss knows she's
Yeah.
he's in love.
Yeah.
So finally, we get to the Valentine's Day Winterfest or Winefest. Valentine's Day Winefest is the title.
Yeah, it's not winter. Because
Sorry.
they barely have coats
Yeah.
on again.
Yes. There's so many heart decorations, Drew, and repurposed Christmas lights. All
Yeah.
the repurposed Christmas decorations, just with more hearts around
Just
it.
with more hearts. Perfect.
All the hearts. Yeah.
Yeah, so
perfect.
there's a wine tasting competition instead of a gingerbread house making competition. And of course, Lacey and Seth enter and they feed each other blindfolded, feed each other
And have to taste
strawberries,
wine.
taste wine. It sounds really sexy.
Merlot.
Chardonnay. It sounds very sexy, but it's like totally neutered. It's like,
Yeah.
blindfolding someone and feeding them is like pretty
That's pretty sexy. Yeah, yeah.
But it's like they're playing like plung, 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 plung. I'm singing Push It.
What?
I'm singing Push It.
Oh,
Plum,
bum,
plum,
bum,
plum,
bum,
plum,
bum,
plum,
bum, bum,
plum, plum,
bum,
plum,
bum,
plum.
bum. Drink the
But-
wine. And Merlot.
But anyways, yeah, they have like this ridiculous Hallmark music under it. That would still be sexy if they played Push It and then had
Yeah.
blindfold feed.
And then suddenly they win.
Maybe on Lifetime. They win. And this is where it just like wraps up very quickly, like abruptly wraps up. Like, so they win. And then she's like talking to the dad and she's like, I want to own the winery. And he's like, okay. And
So she's like, Dad, everything is coming at me so quick. And I think I want to run the winery. And he was like, you can't imagine how excited I am to hear you say this. I just wish you would have said it yesterday.
oh, yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. I already signed the papers.
Contract's done.
Insert Seth into the conversation. And she's like, why didn't you tell me, Seth? And she's suddenly mad at Seth, the guy who came here originally to sign the papers.
Yeah.
She's not at all pissed at her dad or at herself for not having this
She should be
conversation
pissed at
a
herself.
week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, when he said he was going to sell the damn winery. But no, she's mad at Seth for not telling her about this.
And this is like the twist that happens like
ridiculous.
5 minutes before the movie's over where they're going to like not get together.
Mm-hmm.
So she runs to the cabin and she's
Talk
like
to
very
Handyman.
upset. She's going to go like look at Handyman because I don't think she's put it together yet.
No, she hadn't.
I don't think she ever knows that Handyman. I don't think she ever.
She does.
Well, she figures it out. Okay. But he didn't like write.
This is when she figures it out.
But she doesn't figure it out because he wrote something on the board, which is what would happen in a normal movie. She spills her wine on a torn up contract.
Yep.
And is like, a torn up contract? Seth must have been staying here because he had the contract. And then she like runs to chase him down and she's like, you're handyman. You tore up the contract.
Oh, okay.
And then they kiss and kiss and kiss and kiss.
The end.
The end. But a thing of note, the redheaded friend is in the background of them kissing the whole shot.
She's like holding her hands together like in prayer. Like really, really
She's
excited.
like not watching them kiss.
Because
but
the friend...
she is in the frame.
what?
The friend figured it out and was like,
it's
Chloe,
Tara.
I figured it out.
It's Tara.
Because it's her.
It's Tara yelling.
Tara's like,
Chloe, I figured it out.
let's see how I can make my
I know
way into
who,
the shot.
I know who
Can we
Handyman is.
Can we make Tara yelling like A-list? Let's try to make her A-list.
They're like, Tara, can you move out of the shot? We're trying to get this kiss shot. And she's like, I'm out. I'm out of it.
She's like, no, I'm fine.
I'm good.
My hands.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. I don't know.
It's
Could
fine.
do the thing.
Just-
I'm done. With
Just blur the background.
Just blur it.
Which is what they did.
They did. That's what they did. So yes, that is pretty much the conversation.
Secret Valentine.
I mean, secret Valentine. We knew
In a
most of
nutshell.
it from the synopsis.
There's a lot. They yeah.
One of my last pages of notes here, Pat, was boxed wine was never cool. And then I have bitch.
Lacey says that in the
So
movie.
I think we literally were like both super pissed about that.
Yeah, Lacey like goes off on
Who does
box
she
wine.
think she is?
Look,
You could put good wine in a box.
You can put anything in a box. Make
yeah.
it good.
Sorry, Hallmark. So, Sarah, what are we gonna do to this movie today? Are you gonna put a cork in it, or are you gonna pour it up?
You know, going into this one, I thought for sure, and especially even now reading the synopsis, which we didn't even know about,
Yeah.
I was done with it. But yet, that hottie patati Seth,
Oh, yeah. You got to take that into
he
effect.
sold me. Plus the best friend and the dad, they were also great. If you're a Hallmark Valentine fan, I would pour it up.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fair.
Yep.
Drew, what do you think?
Blind. I'm gonna put a cork in it. They really dropped the ball on a lot of the things that I wanted to see. There's a lot of
Yeah.
and I didn't hear. I mean, there's the normal. They did the normal trope of like the misunderstanding at the end kind of thing.
Yes.
But you know what? From what you guys told me,
It was
they
too
didn't-
little.
They didn't give me what. They didn't
Yeah.
give me my tropes. I need my tropes.
Okay.
Hallmark.
True. It is hard to pull off another holiday, and Hallmark has been doing this for a couple of years. I think they've been doing the Valentine's Day ones. This is the first one I've watched. However, I will say that I like the leads in this, so I think they
Okay.
pulled it off good. The script was stupid, and the synopsis made me very angry and kind of ruined my whole episode of this podcast. Like, really, Hallmark. We
don't
didn't
even know.
We didn't need to. Besides for your entertainment listeners, we didn't need to recap after reading the synopsis. We could have literally ended the episode there. So for that, I'm going to put a cork in it because Hallmark, you're stupid, and your synopsis. Call me and I'll write them.
Yeah.
Really, Hallmark.
40%
Call
off.
him.
Actually, after this, 30% off. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you had your chance.
Like,
you should have called
literally.
me at the beginning of the episode,
Yeah.
bitch.
Box wine is stupid, bitch.
Yes. So that wraps up our conversation about My Secret Valentine, starring Lacey Chabert and Andrew Walker, two of my faves. But before we go, we have our favorite segment of only the Hallmark weekends, or the Hallmark episodes. What you say? Oh, no.
Wait for it.
I'll stall. So, yeah, we're just doing this on Hallmark episodes because I can't follow Candace on Instagram forever.
Who would?
I mean, she's so annoying. But now it is time for What You Say, Candace Cameron Bure. Yes, that's right. What You Say, Candace Cameron Bure. So I haven't been following her much over the break. I've been checking in with her stories periodically when I happen to check the Lifetime on Court Instagram, which everyone should follow Lifetime on Court Instagram. You'll get your weekly updates. But I got a gem of a gem that I want to share with you guys.
Yes, I can't wait.
So I'm going to just play that right here. It's a little bit longer. It's like, how many stories? It's a bunch of stories. But yeah, here we go.
Hi, it's the Car Chronicles. Candace's Car Chronicles.
No.
The Chronicles of Candace's car.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm turning into DJ Tanner. I'm starting to name everything. Okay, this was not related to this post whatsoever.
Oh my.
What I wanted to talk about was something to do in LA because a lot of people ask me what they should do if they're coming to visit
No, they
LA.
don't.
And really, I'm going to leave that to the internet. Just go Google that. But one thing that you should do, go get a mani-pedi in LA.
What?
Because our nail shops
Oh,
are
man.
like Starbucks. They're pretty much on every corner. They're really inexpensive and they're good.
How much?
But like most mani-pedis
She's showing
are
her
like
fingers.
average $15.
She literally answered your
Like
question.
straight up mani-pedi, $15 each. If you want gel nails, which I got, they average probably $30 to $35.
That's not that cheap.
And then get a little massage, like $1 a minute. So mani-pedi,
A normal amount for a massage.
neck massage for 10 minutes. Like that's what I did. But you can walk out of there for probably $50 max, getting a regular manicure, pedicure, and a little extra massage. So I
Pretty
don't know,
much
something to do. Kids are
average.
always
Yep.
welcome. It's a good thing in LA.
It, God, I hate her.
Yeah.
She's the worst.
Hey guys, $50 mani-pedi and a massage, a neck massage.
Okay.
Amazing.
So
Amazing. Exactly the problem. $1 a minute massage? Whoa.
Sounds like a deal to me.
So you know, Pat, how I watch Jimmy Fallon at night on my videos?
Yes, you do watch him.
There was one day that I caught a DJ Tanner versus Kimmy Gibbler, like do or dare type of thing.
What's that mean? Like truth
So-
or dare?
Yes, it's like
But do it.
It's a do or dare episode of like 20 minutes of two people coming on the show. It's like one of those internet bet on this type of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was so mean to Kimmy Gibbler.
Candace?
Yes. And it was very uncomfortable.
She's mean.
To watch the two
She's
of them,
terrible.
like, who you think they're best friends, and she's like, I know Kimmy can't sing, so I'm gonna do this, and I know Kimmy can't do this, and it was like, girl, this is your best friend,
And
supposedly
this
in life.
is a game
terrible.
on Jimmy Fallon. Chill out.
Yeah, no, it wasn't on Jimmy Fallon. It was
Oh.
like, it was like a, I don't know, it was like one of those internet.
It drives me so insane when she's just like, she has no clue what is going on in the world.
No,
And she just
none.
doesn't, she's like, one thing.
Yeah.
She
Getting
doesn't
him
even know how much a manicure is
right.
outside of LA.
Yeah. Like that
It's
is
like she
the
just did it.
same as Chicago.
It's
Maybe more expensive.
Maybe more expensive because you get a free massage when I get my
yeah,
mani-pedi.
you walk out $50 mani-pedi. I think that's more expensive than Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
come
I mean-
to Chicago to get your mani-pedis, people. That's my travel advice.
My travel
And
advice
who's-
is Candace
who's-
Cameron Bure. You shut up.
Who's a tourist traveling to LA? Like,
To get their nails done.
no,
You
no
get-
one.
No one.
No one.
You get your nails done before you travel.
You get,
She's
you
the
get your nails done
worst.
before you go to LA.
Oh boy.
worst.
Well, we had to check in and see how she's doing.
Yeah.
We did.
I mean, she still looks good.
It's
Yeah.
a public service that you're doing.
Yes, she looks great. And, whatever. So that wraps up our conversation for this week about My Secret Valentine. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you, Drew, for being
Thank
here.
you,
Do you guys
Sarah.
have any social medias you like to plug here?
Sure. I am Drew, but with pants on Instagram.
Cool.
And I don't care about Twitter at all.
No, no one
I
does.
Don't tweet either, but I'm at Sarah Reed is on Instagram.
Yes. So thank you both again. And thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime in Court for season 2 about Valentine's Day. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me on social media at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime in Court. And be sure to visit lifetimeincourt.com or drunk dial us at 872-267-4117 and share your thoughts on the
Drunk
movie.
dial.
Drunk dial.
Drunk dial us, please.
Yeah, don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.